What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Tubby Jamboree channel. We're just gonna be hanging out today, having some drinks, and just replying to the chat. So, uh, feel free to send those messages up in here. Just feel free. Hank, why'd you drink? About smoke. Send out the live. Send out the live. Get everybody up in here. Get That was a good ass joke I just made right there. I said it about day room and night outdoors because it's like the opposite. Okay, and I'm just advertising my shit here. Just advertising it up. Hmm. Okay, check the chat here. See, okay, not a whole lot of chats coming in. It's all good. Okay, just one viewer in here. Not a whole lot. Okay, we got a. What would you do if a giant Teletubby sucked you up his urethra? So you said his urethra, so I'm gonna assume you mean either Tinky Winky or Dipsy. So let me break this down, okay? Because this is actually a bigger question than you might think. As far as Tinky Winky goes, I probably would actually, and this might surprise some of you. I actually would let Tinky Winky vacuum me through his urethra, and the reason that I would let Tinky Winky do that and not Dipsy is because Tinky. Everybody knows Tinky Winky is down to suckle. Okay. Uh, if any of you have seen the show, any of you have seen, speculation online about the Teletubbies franchise, you will know immediately that Tinky Winky, he's one to suck. And he's good at it. He's good at what he does. He got some people very pissed off about the sucklage that he did. Um, so I'm gonna go with Tinky Winky. So if Tinky Winky did this to me, I would probably try to ingratiate myself in it and just enjoy it as much as I could. And understand that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity essentially here. I'm a big Tinky Winky guy. And as far as Dipsy, so let me get to the Dipsy point now. I think Dipsy is more of an ejector as far as his urethra goes, right? So what do I mean by that? He doesn't suck in; he lets it out. He's a shitter, he's a spitter, he's a all that kind of shit. But what he is not a sucker. He's not gonna he's not gonna ingratiate me into his urethra and his body. He doesn't have that big of a penis or a bladder or a male reproductive system to like let me in. Um, his vas deferens aren't trained, so that's about what I think about that. If a giant yeah, they'd be giant too. So yeah, I guess there's room. There's room for me to fit. So um, yeah, next question. Just not a whole lot of viewers up in here. Just looking like one viewer. Coles or Woolies? This is hard because on one hand, they do have pretty good sangas at Woolies. Um, if you've ever been to their delicatessen section, you'll know that they do have some good sangas. They got good sandos. Coles, Coles. I'll go get some. You know, I'll go get some. Some Tim Tams from Coles. I'll go get some. The other stuff, Vegemite. You know what I mean. So, but I'm gonna have to say I'm like a Woolies guy. I'm definitely like a Woolies guy. I'll stop at Woolies if there's a Coles across the street. Pretty much. Yeah, yeah. We just DM by live stream to like everybody that I know. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. I feel like I gotta throw up a little bit. That was probably just like a momentary thing. I'm gonna let it pass. Or maybe I'll throw up. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna throw up, guys. That Monster Juice Bad Apple, pretty good, y'all. Tastes just like an apple. So, wouldn't you know? So, I'm just gonna piss real quick. Yeah, just real quickly, No. Met you before the final run, and I met you. Let me take you home. You were wrong, I was right. You said goodbye, you said good night. It's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done. Before I heard you, I met you before the West was won. It's doing fun. Piggly Wiggly or Trader Joe's? Never been to a Piggly Wiggly before. Definitely heard about them bitches. Trader Joe's. I've got like I bought one thing personally from there, and like I've had some products from there. I mean, I've had they got these like hot Cheeto dupes at Trader Joe's. They're pretty good. They're gluten free. I think normal hot Cheetos are gluten free too, but um, their hash browns are pretty good. I think like their hash brown patties. It's all been done. Little mud jug there. Hey, $1 to drink this, y'all. $1 to drink the mud jug, and I'll do it. Doing mud jug for ourselves right now. Okay, slash you drag it a little bit at this point. Just gonna keep it going for a sec. One concurrent viewer, not bad. Pretty much like I never left the call, but ooh, Mr. Beast or Kaisana, that's a good question. Okay, so I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna break this completely down here. Mr. Beast, yeah, I used to love Mr. Beast. His videos back in the day, like worst intros ever compilation. Like him and Chris like slamming the laptop and shit. Like that shit was hella funny. So I used to be like a big Beast bro. And like here comes Kai Cenat, bro. Like, yo, Kai Cenat is like the leader of a new generation, dude. Kai Cenat has aura. Kai Cenat has his own university and shit. So probably Kai. Probably Kai. All right. Let's see. Any advice for people named Lewis? I do. First thing that I'd say to someone named Lewis is you're not living in a trailer because you're building a house. You're living in a trailer because you don't have a house. And it's fine to do that. There's people who don't have houses, but to be someone who sits in a trailer, hitting that weed pen all day, it's like, it sure seems like you could be doing a little bit more. And, you say you do like taxi and Uber driving, like, what is that paying for, dude? Like, nothing. So, L. Lewis, dude. Only thing I got to say to Lewis, pushing 50, brother. Just rope. 200 years ago, it probably would have been a normal time for you to die. Let's think about it like that. Let's just LARP the old days and let's get you out of here, dude. Just like that. If someone was named Lewis, I'd probably tell him that. All right, I think I'm gonna stay on here 3 more minutes before I wrap this up. Like any more gripes. I know I have a few different people on the stream asking me questions and shit. So I'll just like give it like one or two more questions before I wrap this up. Hey, this has been a good stream. Thoughts on L Smosh? Okay, so yeah, this is a good talk. It's like everybody was so confused when they seen El Smash. They were like, "Yo, like why is this shit in Mexican?" And basically, what I realized is that if people like Too Slimy can come from Mexico, they deserve to be able to understand like Smosh, like the Molester Moon video, like the Food Wars, Food Fights, or whatever, Ultimate Food Fight, whatever it's called. Like they deserve to be able to understand that shit in Mexican. So to wrap this up, yes, I actually am a fan of El Smosh. So um, thank you all for watching. I'll leave this VOD up in case you guys, I know a lot of you like to go to sleep to my stream VODs. So I will let this up. Thank you. Please spam W's in the chat. Please put W's up in the chat. And hey, you already know I'm gonna be on here. I'll be on here soon, probably about 3 days from now. So thank y'all.